So what's up, YouTube? You're back with Bryant, the Apex Gamer channel, bringing you another UFC 3 post-commentary gameplay. This is a ranked game I was playing as Eddie Wineland, as you can tell. I was testing him out, trying him out, seeing what it is and what it ain't, seeing what I could or couldn't do with a B fighter. I think he's completely a B versus Dominic Cruz at bantamweight, of course. I mean, you're either going to fight Dominic or TJ Dillashaw or Cody. You're going to fight the big three, you know, because there's three really good guys there, so you're going to fight the big three. So it is what to be expected, but this video is more a commentary of the gameplay itself. I want to show you some little ideas and some little quirks that I picked up on while I was playing. Just some simple stuff like not falling in love with your shot. I know I don't play a lot and I don't really do my tip series anymore. So this is kind of like a contribution to that series. Something for people who are still playing the game on a regular basis, because I can never play this game on a regular basis. Just too much about it I just don't find interesting. So much about it I just don't enjoy playing. So I just don't even waste my energy, because it's not... To me, I have a very limited amount of time in a day that I could do something, and if I'm not doing something that I feel is worth the time sink, it's just not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So this particular fight, the thing I wanted to, the main draw or takeaway from this particular fight is just not falling in love with your shot. I'm playing against a player who I've played against a few times before this. He's a good player. He's not a bad player by any means. So anybody in the comment section who automatically say he's a bad player because I win the fight, you're just trolling at this point. You're just saying stuff to say stuff, and it's cool or whatever, but do what you do. Because he beat me 2 times the same day before this, so it is what it is. I mean, of course, I was like taking him lightly and just kind of like not caring and just kind of trying to play around, because I really don't take this game serious, because it's not a serious game. It's about as serious as Uno, so why would I take Uno more serious? I mean, I'm not gonna be the world champion Uno player. Like, what good does that do me, you know, to be the best Uno player to ever exist? Like, that's basically where I'm at with this game competitively. It's no more than just being good at Uno or flipping a coin, you know, something real frivolous. Like, if you feel like being good at this game does something for you in your life, that's cool. That's awesome. I'm glad you have something you feel good to work towards. But good player. The point I want to make is the other fights I fought as the same character. He picked Dominic Cruz every single time. A+ fighter every single time. And I picked a B fighter every time. And this is all at ranked. This fight was the fight before my championship. So like this is like the last whatever fight it is to get to your championship fight. So last fight for a championship fight. Every time I fought him in the same position, he's won, turned me back, so I didn't get the points to get to championship. But this fight, I really want to talk about not falling in love with your shot and staying diverse. Even if you're not a kicker per se or a body striker per se, just staying diverse enough to give your opponent a tough look makes them have to keep reevaluating, and eventually you'll see he just starts kind of getting reckless and random, because he just doesn't know what to get. He doesn't know what he's going to get out of me, and I'm giving him different things every time. Like, I just jab to move in, hit him with a body kick because I saw him crashing forward, then I jab forward with a body jab. Just little differences. I'm not doing the same thing perpetually or picking an individual shot that I like. He is, though. He's kind of either blowing leg kicks or throwing overhands. He's pretty much like giving up any technical ability he's shown in the fights we had prior to this one, and he just starts kind of trying to end it because he automatically knows he has a stronger character, so he just assumes that every time he lands a strike, the stronger character is going to rock my character, which is pretty much the case in this game, which is pretty ridiculous when you consider Dominic Cruz was notoriously known for not being able to finish his fights. Like, that was like everybody's big gripe on him. They always said that he can land shots, he's fancy, he's got good footwork, but he can't finish a fight, until he finished the KO Mizugaki, which that was the only fight he had finished in a very long time, and I don't think he's finished a fight since, or he's only fought like 3 times since, but he still has a poor rapport for finishing fights, and that's kind of like a thing. That's like a notch on him as a fighter. But in this game, he's an absolute dominating world beater who can land 3 shots on you, and you're on the ground face first, and there's no reviving. Like, you're just completely gone. Because everybody who's a champion or once was a champion all have like a power stat that's the highest in the division or 3rd to highest. Like him versus Dillashaw. I think Dillashaw has like a 94 power. He has a 92. It's not a big enough difference for him to be, not big enough difference when he goes against fighters of lesser caliber than Dillashaw, but it does make him viable against Dillashaw, which in reality, his footwork stat is faster than Dillashaw. He moves quicker in real life, so he's able to get out of the way. His shots faster. So accuracy, footwork, and head movement should be his strong suits. And power and striking speed should be up there, but striking power shouldn't, because he's not, like I said, he's not known as a power puncher. And Dillashaw should be high footwork, good power, good speed, not incredible knockout power. He can knock people out, but not incredible. See, like I was talking about earlier, because I'm giving him so many different looks, he's starting to do things to like try to look for finishes, like head kicks and overhands and forward overhands. He's really just looking for a finish because he doesn't know the attack he's getting, and he's throwing a lot of lead leg kicks to my lead leg. And I'm not switching stances because my character doesn't really particularly fight good out of the switch stance, which is kind of weird because Eddie Wineland does switch stances a lot in real life, so it's very awkward. But he's doing considerable leg damage over time because he's landing a leg shot like once every, I don't know, like 30 seconds of each part of the round, but I'm still giving him that diverse look. See, I just frustrated him there. I landed a jab, tried for the uppercut, but he walked out of the uppercut, and then he immediately tried to do the same thing to me, like right after, even though I was like not in range for it, which is another little point that I want to touch on, a little micro point. In this game, if you're firing shots to try to compensate for blocking a shot before, don't. Stop doing it. Give it up altogether. You're not going to land, unless it's an overhand or a head kick or a body kick that you block, you're not going to land even a straight punch as somebody tries to walk away. Like, it's not happening. Like, those shots are not going to land. I can show you a clip after this fight of what happens if you try to land a shot as somebody walks away. But it's really not point. Don't do it. Like, I don't need to show you anything. Don't do it. Unless it's a body kick, a head kick, or an overhand you block, nothing is going to land before they can walk backwards or block. It's just the way the game is made. It's not a thing you can do. So if you land a shot, walk backwards and block, because you're not going to get hit. Like I just landed that 2-3, held block and walk backwards. He tried to return fire and he couldn't get to me because I was already gone and my hands were up. See, I landed that 1-2, hands up. 1-2, hands up. That's one thing you need to do, because the game allows you to do it. Go ahead and do it. It's just built into your style because it works. Just as you throw strikes, as your strike lands, block. I don't know why my leg got rocked there. I landed a lot more leg kicks than him over the course of the fight, but somehow, some way, I just got leg rocked, which is weird. It's probably the only thing successful he did in the whole entire fight. As you can tell, I'm already putting them hits to him. He's getting rocked. Like I said, the first two fights I fought him, they were all first round wars, like real quick, because I went out there, he was brawling, just throwing everything, overhands, and I went out there just kind of like playing, just not giving a care, he's not really worried about it, just like fighting and just playing. And he was doing like super combos and ultra moves and goddamn just Mortal Kombat fatalities. He was doing everything in his power to try to finish the fight immediately and not have to fight me long term. So when I saw his name again, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is the guy who just beat me. Okay, I got you, buddy. I decided to give him a lot to look at, because I was playing with a lesser skilled fighter. I mean, a lesser statistically skilled fighter. So I had to give him a lot to look at, which is crazy. Eddie Wineland should have drop and bomb power because he can KO. He used to KO anybody in the division. He hasn't fought in the UFC in a while, but his power didn't go anywhere, is what I'm trying to say. But in the game, his power is okay. It's like 91. So he's like right under the cusp of the big guys, like the 95s. But really and truthfully, he hits about as hard as Cody Garbrandt and probably harder than TJ Dillashaw. But my point is not that. My point is that I gave this guy a mixed look, and that's what put him in positions to where he just started kind of playing randomly. And it kind of just gave me the opportunity. Like, look at the stamina. He should have more stamina than me because his character has a better recovery. But he started kind of like just throwing balls to the wall, throwing head kicks, throwing overhands. Just started just like getting real aggressive for no reason. Like useless aggression. Like completely useless, misguided aggression, and he's putting himself in bad situations. His character's been gone for a long time, but I'm just kind of having fun. Y'all already know what I do. When I get people at this point of hurt and I'm already having like a cleanup performance, I just kind of keep beating them up until I can make it clean, because I like the clean finish. I don't like anybody to say I rushed them on the ground. I like the clean finish. Oh God, yeah, his feet coming out from underneath him like he just slipped on a banana peel. I blocked that knee, but it still hit me. You saw my hands are up. Kind of weird, but whatever. Stunned him, made him do the UFC 1 fall. Made him pit fall like it was UFC 1. I wish I could make him do the one where he run into the cage. I slipped off to the outside, hit him with the hook, dropped him there. I kick him in the body one time just to let him know it's real. You know what I do, man. When I get people on the ground, I don't try to finish them. I just try to piss them off. See, he's still going for it. He's still just giving up. And I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. If you want to come for 1,000 flying knees, he giving up. I'm going to go ahead and give him a reason to give up. Ref had to double take on him real quick. Ref had to let you know he's gone. He ain't getting up. Double take. Still on the ground. All right, we're good. Let's move on with life. Here it is. He went for another flying knee. Bop. Uppercut right on the chin. Not something I would advise. Not something I would tell you to go out there doing, because it's not guaranteed to work. As you saw, the jab hit him, had no effect. Completely no effect. He just stepped right through it. Still jumped for the flying knee. Mock Fighter wasn't close enough for him to really land the flying knee, so the jab kind of helped in a way. It didn't really do anything, but it kind of, made me feel like it did something. And I didn't do a forward moving uppercut. If I did a forward moving uppercut, he would have definitely KO'd my shit with that knee, and I'd have been pissed off. And this video would still came out, but with a much different attitude. Just saying, it had a much different demeanor to it. But the point is, well, the 3 bullet points I want you to take home with you. Don't fall in love with a shot. And by that, I mean, don't pick a shot that you want to land. And when it works, keep trying it until it finally gets the knockout, because it sets you up to be predictable. Next point I want to make is every time you land a shot or miss a shot, immediately hold block and walk backwards. It is guaranteed to work. As you saw, every time I threw anything, especially short series of punches, I immediately blocked, because in most cases, the block is going to get up before they can ever get anything off. So that's pretty much the safe bet. Immediately block. Point number 3 is more so just don't lose composure and just get reckless. Like that's another thing. Like once you start losing composure, you're running out of stamina. Don't just get reckless. Like sometimes I do it too. Like I run out of stamina. I'm like, I'm not gonna win this fight. There's no way, because I ran out of stamina. So I'm just gonna like do a cartwheel kick here and there and try to like get people rocked and knock them out or something. And I've done it, and I've got knockouts with that before. So it's use your brain if you're going to do stuff like that. Use your brain. Don't just press buttons and hope it happens like he was doing. He was just pressing flying knee anytime I was close, because he assumed it was going to rock me or that I was going to step into it. One of those times I blocked it. Another time I blocked it and it went through my block and hit me. The next time I just straight up hit him with an uppercut. So, like I said, just follow those guidelines. Always defend after your shots, especially after short shots, because those you get your hand up the fastest. Long shots, defend after 2, because you're going to get hit with something major if you don't, because that's the only thing that they can block and fire and still hit you. So that's the one that's real dangerous. But just always hover block, basically. Hover block. Whole block every time you walk backwards. You notice I didn't really do too much body blocking. I did too much head blocking, because he really wasn't giving me a different look, but I was giving him that look. I was throwing high, throwing low. I wasn't really looking for any individual shot. I didn't really pick how I wanted to finish him or how I wanted him to get hurt. Other than the leg shots, if you watch the fight and like turn my volume off and you're not listening to the conversation and you watch the fight, I landed a lot of leg shots and a lot of straights and jabs to the body. So I was really focusing on making him think that I wanted the leg, making him think I wanted the body, but really I was just looking for him to open himself up top. And eventually he started opening himself up. I got the rock. I took away from his chin. I took away from his head health, and I just kept getting the rock, getting the rock, getting the rock. And eventually he was just in a position where there was nothing he could have done realistically to protect his chin. His chin was gone. It was taken. I took it home with me. Like I bought it home, put it in the oven, cooked it, and then like cut it and served it up to his whole entire family. Like his chin was just completely gone. Like there was nothing left to share. Like a holiday ham. There was nothing left to share but the ham bone in the middle. His chin was out of there. So keep those things in mind if you're still playing the game. If you're still trying to get good at the game or trying to improve your overall striking acumen, because there's a lot of things in the game that are there for striking that work and things that don't work. Some guys still make head movement work, but it's such a risky thing that it's not even worth the time investment. Is such a risky situation unless you have somebody tilted. Like he was tilted. I could have started slipping in my head if I wanted to, because he was so tilted. Everything he was doing was like really random, but I just kept it tight. I was like, there's no point to start playing reckless and give him opportunities. I'm just going to keep it tight. And it's hard to keep your composure when you're in a situation like that. When you're winning, it's hard to just keep going, all right, I'm just going to keep on this pace. I'm going to keep mixing high and low, go back to my block, move around. It's hard to kind of get those things to happen, but just that's the goal. That's what you aim for. You just aim to stay composed, keep the presence in mind, keep your attack diverse, and shell that block as you walk away, as you exit situations. Don't just exit naked, especially when opponent's crashing forward, because a lot of times when you land a jab straight to their hands, the response to that, people will just block the 2 punches or take one of the 2 punches and then crash forward with a lead body kick. So as you're walking backwards, especially if you start seeing the body kick come up, just immediately block low, because it's going to hit you. It's going to chase you. The lead body kick will chase you even if they block the 1-2 at max range. The lead body kick will chase you if they're tall enough, and the rear body kick will hit you pretty much consistently. So that's kind of like the punish to blocking somebody's 1-2. They 1-2, you block it, you throw the body kick because it's going to reach. The forward moving body kick's a little bit more risky because the person could throw a backwards moving straight, or they could be walking backwards and then just immediately stop on a dime and shoot for a takedown. And both of those things will counter when you just crash forward with that running body kick. But like I said, the running lead body kick is pretty safe. The running rear body kick puts you in some very precarious situations. But until next time, man, this video's already dragged on long enough. If you're still here and you're listening to the video, I'm glad you're still here. I'm glad you're still enjoying the content that I do create. I don't create often. I just don't feel like making thumbnails and doing all the shenanigans that's involved with creating YouTube videos. Plus, I don't want to play this game, and that's all y'all want to see. So that makes it kind of complicated because I don't want to have to play UFC. I really don't have the time to sit around and play UFC. Like, I play so many other games. Especially right now, I'm playing a lot of games right now. So that's why I've been streaming a lot more, just so I can play things in a little bit more of a free form fashion. If you haven't been watching the streams, hey, do what you do. If you have been watching the streams, you're the real MVP, and that's why you're here. But until next time, it's been Bryant, the Apex Gamer Channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something and can implement it in your gameplay. Hopefully, it cleans you up and tightens up some of the holes that you might have been getting punched through. But until next time, that's it. You know, I might come up with something new. I have some ideas for some little finite punishes that can work, but you just really have to drill them. So keep a lookout for that. If you want it, if you're interested, let me know, and I'll try to make those punishes, because I see those same things working against other players in their videos. I watch other people's content and I'm just like, yeah, they don't use that punish either, and they probably should, because it's just a ready opportunity. But until next time, see you guys.